I rise again this evening to recognize the month of October as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Each year I visit the House floor to speak about this topic. I hope that there will be some signs of progress in the fight against domestic violence. But sadly, Americans still suffer from its effects. As I've reminded my colleagues, often we assume that acts of domestic violence don't occur in our own communities or to people that we know or families that live down the street. Last year I shared the story of a young woman from my hometown in Kansas named Jana Mackey, and today I'd like to provide you an update with her story. Jana was born July 20th, 1982 in Harper, Kansas. She was an active member of 4-H and an athlete and a talented musician. Upon graduation from high school, she completed a bachelor's degree where she discovered her passion, advocating for others. Jana went on to pursue a law degree from the University of Kansas and fought for equality and social justice through her work with countless organizations, including volunteer work at Lawrence, Kansas's Gaduji Safe Center, a shelter that aids victims of sexual assault and domestic violence. But on July 3, 2008, Jana's own life was ended by an act of domestic violence. Since her death, Jana's parents, Kurt and Christy Brungart, started the 1100 Torches campaign to inspire others to continue Jana's admirable work. The goal was to encourage 1,100 people to carry on Jana's torch through civic engagement and volunteerism. As of this month, I'm happy to report that the campaign logged its 1100th volunteer. Jana's work still remains unfinished. Jana's story proves that no state, community, or family is immune from domestic violence. Domestic violence does not discriminate based upon gender, race, age, education, or social status, and its plague wreaks havoc on day-to-day lives within our communities and our ever-flowing criminal justice system. Every year, there are more than 4 million new incidents of domestic violence reported in the United States, with many more unaccounted for due to fear and intimidation. Of those 4 million reported cases, nearly 100,000 Kansans fall victim to domestic violence each year. While we make gains in raising awareness about domestic violence and providing assistance to affected victims, there is still much work to be done. Whether we are part of a business providing a service, such as refurbishing cell phones for women in domestic emergencies, or volunteers donating time to local domestic violence centers, we all can do more to end domestic violence. And I encourage my House colleagues to seek out a center, a shelter, or an organization in their districts or states to further engaging on this issue. This October, let us remember the victims of domestic violence and learn from their courage as we do our best to ensure that our communities are a safe place to live, work, and raise families. I encourage my colleagues to join me in recognizing October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Madam Speaker, I ask for continued support and assistance for domestic violence prevention programs and yield back the balance of my time.